Hi, and welcome to MCTV's Let's Talk. I'm Mike Stanzillas, Vice President of Membership and Business Development for the Morris County Chamber of Commerce. And today we're doing a member spotlight. Member spotlight today is with John Egerter. So John, for nearly 40 years, has been involved in the office products industry. He has worked for manufacturers such as Canon, Sharp, and General Binding Corporation in sales and sales management. He is an expert in office machine leasing and how to acquire and maintain equipment. Now, for the past 12 years, he's owned and operated Dean Office Solutions in Morristown. John brings to the table an extensive knowledge of what is available in office equipment and how it can help the consumer. He's been a member of the Morris County Chamber of Commerce for the past 10 years, and he's also one of our ambassadors. So clearly, not only is John an entrepreneur for starting Dean Office Business Solutions, but John is definitely a subject matter expert on something that we all touch every day, we love, we hate, and that's our copiers, printers, scanners, and hopefully not too many fax machines anymore. So John, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks, Mike. Great to be here.
So let's just get right to it. Obviously, we've all had to do this major pivot, and a lot of people are working from home. What is happening with the equipment? You know, do we still see not faxes, but printers and scanners, people bringing them home? Are they doing the same kind of stuff they would do in the office, but at home? What trends are you seeing with office equipment now that people are working from home?
Well, Mike, people want to do basically the same thing at home that they're doing at their office. They want to be able to copy, print, scan, fax, do everything, and have reliable equipment that's relatively fast, and they also want to communicate with members, other team members, and use the cloud for a lot of things. And the good news is you can do all of that from your home office these days.
Yeah, and that is really good news. Otherwise, our economy would have really come to a standstill. But I talked to a lot of people who are working from home, and it's really been a learning for all of us. The future was thrust onto us by this crisis, and there's a lot of silver linings out there. So I know that you work with a lot of businesses to help them run their offices more efficiently and save money, and now you're helping them run their offices more efficiently from home. Can you tell us a little bit about how you're helping people save money with office equipment?
Sure, Mike. You know, there's a number of tools that you can use. A lot of people don't want to make a big outlay all at once, so leasing is a good option, and it's a pretty terrific option as long as it's used properly. There's certain rules and regulations and stuff like that, and that's where a dealer like myself comes in that knows their way around leasing and can advise the customer as to the best way, the best term, whether they should include all the service and supplies and everything like that in with the lease. Yeah, there's a lot to think about, but that's one of the ways that you can make your dollars go the furthest. Yeah, and then also making a decision whether you need color, black and white, whether you want to scan, whether you're going to do a lot of scanning, whether you're going to connect to the cloud, whether your office wants you to scan a lot of documentation into the cloud where people can share it. That's pretty much what people are looking at.
Yeah, so, you know, when you're talking about stuff like color, right, the ink is what kills you on that. And of course, the scanning and the size of the scans. So here, you know, at our office at the chamber, and at most people's offices, they have the, you know, the big aircraft carrier, copier, printer, scanner, that does everything and makes coffee. But at home, we can't get those large machines. So is there options for people to get something at home that can at least keep up with what they're used to at the office?
Yes, the quick answer is yes. There's a lot of equipment available, and I sell commercial equipment, and some of which is very small, can fit on the top of a desk, and pretty much do everything that big machine that you've got in the office does. It can scan, print, fax, obviously copy. and pretty quickly, 40, 50 copies a minute if you needed to. And that's pretty fast for a desktop. So you can basically do everything that you can at the office in your little home office. And it appears to me that working from home for a lot of people is here to stay. There's a lot of people, particularly my age, maybe your age, that may never go back to the office, that may just go in once or twice a month and basically work from home for the rest of their career. And I also, especially for folks in the chamber, consider myself somebody that you can bounce ideas off of as far as, do I need a commercial machine? There's a lot of what I consider office supply type equipment that's available on the internet, particularly brother machines that are very inexpensive and pretty reliable, and basically do everything that a commercial machine does. And the way that you know whether you need somebody like me is if you are going broke on these supplies, because you can buy a $200 printer this afternoon and have to go back tomorrow afternoon for the supplies and find out that it costs you another $200 for all the supplies, particularly some of the real low-end equipment that you have to replace a whole module.
It's so true, especially the ink. And if you're printing color, if you have to print color at home, that's where I think a lot of people get really hurt from a cost standpoint with the $200 printer. So you brought up an interesting point, but you also showed that the kind of person and the kind of businessman you are. You're not out to sell somebody something they don't need. And you just recommended something to our chamber members that really isn't going to bring any sort of benefit to your bottom line, but it shows the kind of person that you are. So let's talk a little bit about that. You went out 12 years ago and you jumped off a cliff and started your own business. So what was it that possessed you to go out on your own and start Dean Office Business? I keep getting your name wrong. To start Dean.
Well, it's like I tell my kids. If you're an entrepreneur, you pretty much have more control over your life than anybody that does anything else. There's a lot of risk. Things can go wrong. A lot of things can go wrong, but there's a lot of rewards, and also you have control. You don't have to worry about somebody coming in and taking over your boss's spot and taking a dislike to you or something like that. You have control over your situation, and that's what basically I was looking for. I also had a business with a partner before that, and we went our separate ways, and I've never had any regrets about starting Dean 12 years ago.
There's a thread that goes really consistent through a lot of the entrepreneurs like yourself that we talk to, and that is the freedom and the control of their own destiny. But of course, we all know that that's a double-edged sword, because that freedom also has entrepreneurs up at night answering emails and getting those calls at 11 at night and 7 in the morning. So as an entrepreneur running your own business, what is it that keeps you awake at night?
And it's funny, equipment needs to be serviced. The equipment that I sell and I lease. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it seems as if all the machines break at the same time. We'll go through a period where we're not that busy, and then all of a sudden we will have a ton of service calls, and responding to them is can be challenging. I think we do a great job. We have wonderful people, and we really try and give absolutely the best service that we can. I think that that's the key to our success. I've been in this business for a long time. I've seen all sorts of people. The people that do that are the people that are successful. People that don't, generally it catches up to you at some point.
That's a great takeaway. The key to your success, of course, is that amazing customer service. So what's the key to your success as a chamber member? You've been a chamber member here for a long time, and clearly you're so well known here. When people think of office supplies, copiers, printers, they think of you. How did you manage to get to that point?
Well, one of the things that, and I credit it to Donna Miller, become a thought leader. And that's what I really try and do in the chamber. When it comes to this type of equipment, people can ask me a question and they don't have to buy anything. And a lot of people that have small businesses don't need what I need. As I said before, when you start spending a lot of money on supplies, you probably need commercial equipment. But if you're a thought leader, people think of you when they think of your product. It doesn't matter if it's copiers or phones or whatever. With the chamber, I've been lucky. I have a lot of customers through the chamber, but I've also met a lot of people. I think of two people, Pam Angst, who helped me with SEO, search engine optimization, about 10 years ago, and really got my business to take off. And somebody like Lorena Sargent. Mm-hmm. She's helped me with my contact software and put something together to make my business more organized. These are things that I really didn't know anything about and wasn't particularly good at, but chamber members, there were two chamber members that really helped me a lot in making my business function a lot better. And in Pam's case, getting me leads, because I get most of my sales leads through the internet.
Wow, that's just a great story of how your chamber membership has really just developed relationships, and those relationships have grown into strategic partners, and that's helped you grow your business. So we really appreciate you, John. You're being the subject matter expert here at the chamber, being an ambassador, and just being a true giver. So Dean Office Solutions, how do people find you, John?
Well, our website is www.deanofficesolutions.com. And that is the easiest way to find us. We've got a pretty good site, and it tells you basically everything about our company, what we do, and you can get in touch with us through that. Our number is 973-985-0911. We've had just a wonderful experience with the Chamber of Commerce in Morris County, and one of the things, as I said, that people, when they join, don't really realize, I think, in a lot of cases, is by meeting other members that do things that you are not particularly good at, whether it's accounting or bookkeeping or SEO or contact software, we develop relationships, and that can really help you grow your business. And that's been our case. That's part of our success.
So John Egerter, Dean Office Solutions, thank you so much for being here today. And thank you to all our chamber members. We really appreciate your support. If you're interested in doing a member spotlight, just reach out to me at mike@morrischamber.org, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you.